Elastica are going to be playing later on today here at the Reading Festival, and we've got Justine and Annie from the band. We're going to be talking to... Well, I've got to talk to them right now. I've got some football scores before we start on that, though, because our assistant, just to demonstrate that she does know what's going on, came in and said that it's Manchester City 4, Everton 0, Blackburn 3, Coventry 0 as well. And I do know that Boncho Guenchef has scored at least one goal for Ipswich this afternoon, which is terrific news. Right, so there's been, in our house, the past couple of weeks, there's been a lot of kind of post-exam treat, and I thought we'd talk about exams. You must have done exams. Did you do GCSEs and things?
Yeah, I did a lot. I did the O-levels and the A-levels.
So how did you get on? GCSEs, I mean, this is not what you expected to be asked. I'm supposed to ask you about the LP and tours and stuff like that, but this is the thing that's closest to my heart at the moment. So.
I used to get very, very nervous before exams, but I think it was good grounding for the nerves before gigs, actually.
Right, yes, yeah. So what did you... Well, tell us what you got. Did you do O-levels or GCSE?
Yeah, I did O-levels.
And how many did you get?
I got 9, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Because obviously when I did O-levels, it was in the days when you either passed or failed. You know, if you got 55 or 95, it didn't matter. You just passed. So did they grade them?
Yeah.
So what did you get? 9 A's?
No, I didn't. I think I got a couple of A's and some B's and the rest C's.
Yeah. So that's not too bad. And then when you went on to A-levels, how did you do with that?
I did all right. I got ABC at A-level, but. I'm a bit bitter about it because I seem to be the only person in my band that actually went through exam horror at all.
But didn't you go through exam horror at all then?
No, I didn't really go to school.
Didn't really go to
No.
school? Okay, well I won't pry. That sounds pretty interesting. Is this the first sort of big festival? Well, I suppose it's the biggest festival these days in Europe anyway.
Yeah,
isn't it?
well
Is this the first one you've done?
We were at Haltsford last week. And Roskilde.
Oh, I know what Roskilde is. What was the other one you said?
Haltsford, which is in Sweden.
Right.
And that was lovely. It was really...
I mean, do they know your stuff over there?
I was really surprised at the reaction, actually. There seems to be quite a lot of Elastica fans there, which is quite strange because we haven't put a record out there yet. Right. So I don't know quite how they knew the stuff, but they...
This is Terrorvision in the background for people who are listening and here thinking, what is going on in the background? What do you think of those leather trousers? Are they a little... I mean, I was going to say you're right up there with contemporary fashion. You are contemporary fashion, but it's... are leather trousers bad news?
I like leather trousers. I don't think I could fit into those ones, though.
No, certainly not while he's in them.
No, I don't think I'd want to, really.
No, right, okay. So, so how do you feel about playing tonight, then? Are you apprehensive about it, pretty relaxed? Do you think you can cope with it, you know?
I think as long as the PA doesn't break down like it did with Lush last night.
Yeah, there's been a certain amount of that
yes.
going on. But on the other hand, you could rise, I'm sure you could cope with that. It must have happened to you before.
It happened to us at one of our warm-ups this week, actually. We kept tripping the power.
Whereabouts did you do these warm-ups?
We did one in Portsmouth. So I'm not allowed to talk about, I don't think.
Oh, I see. Well, just a punch in the chest there. That's okay. That's two things we're not allowed to talk about. We can't talk about education. We can't talk about gigs. So have you been here long enough to see anything else yourselves? Have you seen any bands that took your fancy?
Well, I actually arrived about half an hour ago.
So that's that conversation. What's it say? Breakfast? Can we do?
Tell us about yourself, John.
Well, no.
How do you do in your exams?
Well, actually, I mean, as I say, I did O-levels back in the days when they really were O-levels, you know, and I didn't do too well. I got 4 out of 9. Which, but you see, because I've been told that when I was at school, I was told that if I didn't work hard and pass all of my exams, I wouldn't go to university. Well, of course, in those days, universities seemed to me to be an extension of boarding school, which is where I was, because of the school I was at. University meant Oxford or Cambridge, you know, people didn't go anywhere else. And so when they said to me, if you don't work, you won't go to Oxford or Cambridge, I thought I've been given the secret to eternal happiness. So I never did any work at all. So if I'd got round to doing A-levels, I'd have been something like 21 or something by the time I took them. Well, tell us LPs. Come on, LPs. Let's talk about LPs. That's one thing that you always talk about.
We've been doing that at the moment. We're sort of getting mixes done and things. And
you seem to have an extraordinary number of good songs.
Thanks very much.
I mean, you do. I know I'm not just being flattering, but I mean the sessions that you've done for us and other programmes on Radio 1, and then the odd track that comes out of the records, and there's this one on this, this Melody Maker CD. Oh, here we go, the Reading Present thing, which is one of your best, I think. So, well,
shit.
And you've got to stack more, obviously, for the LP.
Well, we're trying to get as many as possible on the LP. I mean, ideally we'd like to put 20 on. and it just has taken us a while to sort of get recordings that we're happy with, and I think a lot of them work really well just going in and sort of getting them down live, but there are other things that we wanted to spend a bit more time on, and you know, we're just a little bit more ambitious.
Right.
So it's taken a while, but I think it's going to be worth it. I hope it is, anyway.
So whereabouts are you on the bill now? I've got maybe the paper, Frank. Oh, here we go. This is where are you actually playing last or second?
No, we're
last?
second last before Madder Rose.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because interestingly enough, Madder Rose were the unwilling subjects of another one of my penetrating rock star interviews last year, because they went on first on the main stage, and I said to them prophetically, I said, I'm sure you'll be back next year or the year after, much higher up the bill.
And here they are.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
What extraordinary gifts I had. So you go on at 9:20 and finish at 10:10, and then what do you do after that? Do you hang around and do rock and roll things?
I'm hoping we're going to do some rock and roll
And
things.
catch the scream as well.
Yeah.
Catch the what?
Primal Scream.
Oh, right, of course. So you're not going to stay and watch Madder Rose, then? You're going to just clear off and watch
Oh, what time
Primal
are
Scream?
they on?
I'll
Put you on the spot there. It's
I'll
embarrassing.
be watching Madder Rose, but Annie will be watching Primal Scream.
Okay,
that's a Scream fan.
That's very good.
There you
That's very
go.
diplomatic. The wisdom of Solomon there. Okay, so when does this LP come out then?
It's scheduled at the moment for the first week of January.
Right.
Because we weren't going to be able to get it out in October, and we just thought it would get really lost in all the LPs that come out towards Christmas if we put it out in November. We were advised to sort of hold on. Really.
Mind you, all the bands we've spoken to, and there have been at least 3 in the course of the last couple of days, are bringing out their LPs in January. So
are they?
Yes.
Oh, no.
You may have made the wrong decision here, but it's too late. Do you know what it's going to be called yet?
No, we've got some working titles.
Amusing titles.
Big Boots, No Knickers was one of them, but I think that's perhaps...
We mention this because Alison, who's the programme assistant, is wearing a T-shirt with this on. Also rather inappropriate for me to wear a similar T-shirt, but we've equipped you with our modest programme
thanks very
T-shirts.
much.
Yeah, Cat's
Yeah.
Caravan
They're
T-shirts.
great. I like the slogan on the back of those.
And that's right. Well, I've forgotten what it is now. He's bald, he's fat, he isn't where it's at. I think it's something along those general lines. Okay, well, listen, I'll let you go off and mingle with the other celebs out there, but thanks very much for coming.
Thanks
I look
very
forward
much.
to hearing... I mean, in a sense, I was because you got so much press so quickly, being a cynical old fella, I was rather tempted to think that it was probably a load of nonsense, as so much of it is. But I think your band is actually good. I mean, you know, and I know it sounds terribly patronising, but I really do. And I expect you to be back here next year and the year after that, maybe, and again, higher up the bill, maybe on the main stage.
Fingers crossed.
I hope so. All right. This is your, before you disappear, this is your contribution to the Melody Maker compilation, Reading Present. This is Waking Up.